Hello and welcome to Neverwinter Nights, and this will be part 75, the final episode of the series. Let's close this game out, shall we? I should probably rephrase it and say I was waiting for that one, not looking for it. I wasn't hoping for it. I was expecting to fail it. Oh, wait. A light crossbow. Why not? Let's identify it. Because you can. Crossbow of the Unicorn, another hasted crossbow thing, magic. Cool. So, we're done here. Let's head to the inner sanctum. Do not forget to buff yourself. Inner sanctum, 2 dragons. Go up the copper, go up the silver dragon. You do not want to engage both at the same time. You will be obliterated. You cannot stand against both. I need to get that clarity potion drunk very, very quickly. Come on. Oh, thank you. It requires a saving throw of 28 to resist the fear aura. And despite our will saving throw bonus, that's still quite a bit. We are likely requiring at least another clarity potion. We do not want to have to deal with anything regarding that. If that starts blinking up here, it's time to pause and drink another clarity. Well, I'm not saying, by the way, that it's impossible to fight these two at the same time, but my personal experience is you get obliterated. Because one of them will try to stun you, paralyze you and whatnot, and the other one will absolutely melee obliterate you. They hit like trucks and they have no issues hitting. Surprise, surprise, they are dragons. Well, I mean, they don't hit all the time, but I mean, unless you have an armor class like we have at the moment, which is 43, you are likely to get hit a lot more than... There's one down. And 8 packs a key, and oddly enough some dragon blood. So what we're going to do here is we're going to quick save, and now we're going to buff ourselves to high heaven, and remember to drink another clarity. The silver dragons, like, did I mention it on an earlier part? I might have done, I might not have done. Good dragons, metallic dragons, they have 2 burst types. They can choose at will which one to use. I'm likely going to drink a full set, why not? Except for the charisma one, we don't really need them. As soon as it aggros, time to drink a clarity potion. You are starting to cast spells. Okay. This guardian is very, very powerful. The silver dragons are only superseded by gold dragons, and they are quite powerful. And they're usually good, but of course it is corrupted, so obviously it's not so overly good anymore. If you fail that breath saving throw and you are not immune to mind spells, you get paralyzed, and it will tear you to shreds. There's nothing you can do about it, so keep an eye on that icon, see if it starts blinking, drink another potion of clarity. I mean, ideally, no spoilers. Heal. I'm not taking any chances, I don't care about getting an attack of opportunity, but I need to get that clarity potion down my gut very, very quickly. If it starts to breathe on me without that potion being in effect, I'm dead. Yeah, it's only overpowering. I think it's a lot more than overpowering. I have huge issues hitting it. This is the fight I consider to be the single strongest or worst, most tough fight in the game. It's blinking again. Time to down another one. I cannot, I don't want to have to redo this, so... At least it's not trying to dispel. I mean, you can see the second show you have to save against is 31. Well, bonus of 13, that's 18 or higher to save against that breath. It's not happening. So... Of course, we can only hit it if we roll 19 or 20, it seems, something like that. And that's with max bonus, of course. This could take a while, and I don't particularly want to, because I don't want to run out of clarity potions. I mean, if you start hitting it for 30 at a time, that's good, come on. And you can't avoid killing them, because they each carry a key that you need to open the gate into Morag. Because she's a coward, she's hiding behind dragons. I mean, it's just as much to deflect or to indicate her power that she's capable of corrupting even good dragons. Which is not easily done. But it would be good if you would put that down. It's nearly death. Yeah, near death even. Near death, I think. Oh, come on. I don't want to have to use another clarity. I will use it if it starts thinking. I'm not taking... Okay, 103. We're good. So, that was the fight in the game that I consider to be the single toughest fight. Oops. There will still be some nuisances, but we are rapidly closing in on the final bit of this game. Morag will start her nonsense and try to throw some crap in our way, and it'll be scary. Oh, apparently there's no way out again. The door behind us disappeared. How rude. A disappearing door. At least we get some heal potions. We are getting free heal potions.
We are the masters, the creators, the old ones. Long have we slept, and in our absence, the lesser races have gone bored. The slaves act as kings, building cities and nations, and laying claim to that which is ours. Tear down the cities. To the war.
You done? Okay, I'll loot. No, apparently I won't. Let's get rid of that cleric. That cleric has a very bad habit of resurrecting the others when they die. And she apparently has an awful lot of resurrection spells, which is rather annoying. They are worth a whopping total of 4 XP each, these guys. This of course makes them extremely valuable to fight. If that's what she's going to bring to the table, we just need a few monks. Real good. And don't get me wrong, I'm probably praising the monk more than I should. But, I mean, it's not the most powerful class in the game. By no means. But it has a bit of everything, and I like versatile characters, and when it comes to raw versatility... I mean, a bard of course is also quite versatile, but a bard does not necessarily have the same staying power as a monk. I have to be, you know, I'm not going to take any chances I don't need to take, so... I mean, something like a wizard or a sorcerer could obliterate a room full of enemies in a split second, whereas a monk of course could not do that. But I just like the class, I've always liked the class. Just so much from a philosophical point of view, the fact that you have this individual, male, female, whatever race it might be, doing with his or her fists what everyone else needs weapons and spells to do. Swing and obliterate something. Yes, you can have class and class combinations which do more damage and all that stuff. Did I loot? No, I didn't manage to loot that one. Heal. But as an overall package, I think the monk is an amazing class. I've always liked it. But then again, I mean, I've always been one that believes that using your fists when everyone else are using swords and halberds and whatever else they're using is cool. Maybe it's just me. I don't know. Anyway, so behind that door is Morag, and she's it's a stupidly silly fight because she's not much of a challenge, except for the one thing that's called instant death spells. It only took about 11 attempts or something, but I mean, you are bound to fail at one point or another. So I think the fight against her is still unbelievably bleh. But
You are powerful for a slave. You have slain Morag, the prophet who heralded my coming. You have defeated Erebeth, the champion I chose from among my slave races. You have slaughtered many of my warriors and priests. But now you face Morag, queen of the Old Ones, high priestess of the creators. Kneel, slave, and I shall let you live.
I bow to no one, Morag.
I shall rip away your flesh and feast upon your soul.
That depends on Simon Jones. So, they bury in one of these things and needs to be destroyed. Can only be destroyed by destroying this thingy here. Spell was tested. Oh, lovely. That was nice of him. Come on. Can we destroy this today, perhaps? Maybe? Sort of. Thank you. Now we can start fighting these guys. They're quite soft. As you would expect. Oh, but can still be knocked down. She just spelled me and lowered my spell resistance. Lovely. Oh, nice of her. Okie dokie. There was some thingamajig about don't like to keep dispelling my non-existent magic. The golems we introduced are flawed. There's a similar mechanic in this one. And to cast time stop even. It does exactly what it says on the tin. The mage gets chance to do stuff while everyone else are frozen because time's not moving for them. But we need to get quite vulnerable to physical attacks. See if she casts a death spell again. That's like she did last time and killed me. Come on. It's still a joke of a spell. I was about to say it's a joke of a fight. Rate of restoration, it works both as restoration and heal. So good thing we got some of them. That should restore our spell resistance as well, by the way. Thank you. If I can knock you down, you're in so much trouble. She should have wasted one turn getting up because she wasn't. No, she's immune to knockdown. Forget it. I mean, she's already injured. I've hit her twice. Oh, by the way, you are dead. This is what I mean. Morag is a joke. Absolute joke. I'm not saying she would be a joke if it wasn't because of my monk having this high spell resistance, but she is a joke. I mean, there's no two ways about it. She is an absolute joke compared to some of the other fights we've been fighting. So let's loot this stuff. Just come on, where are you? There you are. You can go in there and in there. There's some cool little items, but they are effectively of no use because we are technically done with the game.
I see you still live, warm blood. I feared finished with Morag and the rest of the old ones. The source stone collapsed. When you destroyed Morag, you destroyed her magic as well. The world she had created, the source stone, crumbled into nothingness. All track and it were utterly consumed. I used my magic to open a portal from the collapsing source stone into this astral pocket. A temporary place of refuge between that world and your own. I am glad you found the portal and escaped with your life, warm blood. My time here grows short. The words of power are broken. My magic is fading. Soon I will pass from this existence. And this astral pocket will also collapse. The time of the creator race is over. There is no place for me in your world now. Just as there was no place for Morag. I have accepted this. You have faced Morag and the Old Ones and triumphed. Even the foul and ancient magics of the Dark Queen could not stand against your might. You are the savior of Neverwinter, one. Of not just your own world, but 1,000 others that would have fallen to Morag's arms. You could have faced Morag's power and survived. But even though you have ended the threat of the creator race, your work is far from done. Fate awaits you. Your legend and fame will continue to grow, spreading throughout the north. But Morag will not be the most dangerous foe you face in your lifetime. As you become ever more powerful, so will those who seek to destroy you. There are many who will try to steal that which you have worked so hard for. And others will seek to forge their own legend by destroying you. Your enemies will band together. They will strike when you least expect it. That is the price of fame and fortune. More than this I cannot say. For my magic has grown weak with the destruction of the words of power. And the mists of time cloud my vision. Quickly now, warm blood. I cannot sustain this astral pocket much longer. The portal behind me will return you to your own world. I thank you for all you have done. Never again will I be a word slave. Go through the portal, so that I may finally pass to my long-awaited eternal rest.
There will be an end cutscene, and then I'll have to record that manually and then add it to the video part, and I'll give some closing remarks. So,
in the end, victory. Without Morag, the Source Stone crumbled, and the great empire of the Old Ones was finally laid to rest. The deaths of these ancients could be felt throughout Neverwinter. Deprived of Morag's influence, the invading army faltered. The siege was soon turned. The toll of the battle had been high, but Neverwinter would not be consumed by grief or regret. Too many had already made that mistake. The city would rebuild and move forward. And what of the honored champion who had fought so hard while others fell? Their story does not end here, for this is a world of infinite tales. New adventures still await, and new legends are yet to be forged.
so that was the end of the Neverwinter Nights original campaign. Despite the fact that I've completed this game about 10 times, from start to finish, I still think it is a very, very enjoyable game to play. The story? It's okay. I have voiced my opinion of certain aspects of the story, but by and large, except for the excessively long chapter 2, I honestly think that Neverwinter Nights is a extremely well accomplished game, and any fan of Dungeons and Dragons, new or old, definitely should take a look at this. It is relatively cheap, available on GOG and possibly other services, and for what you're getting, paying a $5 or whatever else it might be, it's an awful lot of content. And despite its age, it may not be modern Dungeons and Dragons rules and modifications and all that stuff, but it is definitely a very, very high quality and very well accomplished game. And the amount of different characters you have available and character combinations and whatnot you can potentially go through. The sheer enjoyment of just building a wonky character that looks useless on paper, and to make it work and to make it excel, can be fun in and by itself. The online component of the game, I'm fairly sure you can do it local area network, but outside of that is mostly dead. So you would not want to get it for multiplayer purposes unless you have a group of people that you know you're going to play this game with in a multiplayer setting. But as a single player game, for whatever charge it may incur, there's a lot of game, and it is highly enjoyable. What's next for me? I have not yet decided, but I do want to sort of take a break from Neverwinter. Not necessarily because I don't want to continue Neverwinter, but just in case any viewers may be following the series and may want to see something else for a change. What I will do is I will work out what else I'm doing, and while doing that I will record some Neverwinter related stuff. I don't know whether it would be Hordes of the Underdark carrying our monk forward, or Shadows of Undrentide, which basically requires a new character because it is a low level. It starts from level 1. So if you take a character through that game that you have completed the original campaign with, you will obliterate the entire module for no reason whatsoever. As I've mentioned in the previous episode, I have not played through Shadows of Undrentide. I have no idea what it involves, except for maybe 2 or 3 hours a long time ago. So it would be blind for me. Obviously, there's billions of guides around that you could look up and find information, but I have deliberately avoided it in order to keep any potential experience fresh. But I will be recording something concurrently with whatever else I'm doing in between gaps, just in case that someone wants to see more Neverwinter, or I decide that, you know what, I can run more than one Let's Play thing at a time. But enough about that. Anyone who's followed or watched this series or even parts of it, I thank you an awful lot for that. I will make these videos relevant of whether I have 1 or a million viewers. Obviously having a million viewers is cool and great, but I am doing this because I like doing it. And for those I can share my enjoyment of playing these games with, I thank you. Until next time, take care. Bye bye.